The day before yesterday, the Quest Pro was announced as a $1,500 VR headset, but it's not really for you and me, it's an enterprise headset. But it could still be a massive game changer for all of us, and I'm going to tell you why today. You see, there's one significant feature on the Quest Pro that I believe may be a game changer that trickles down to us with the next consumer headset, and that is mixed reality. Today I want to talk about some of the experiences coming for color pass-through mixed reality to the Quest Pro, why it's important, and hopefully get us all excited for when consumers can enjoy mixed reality for a regular price. Speaking of that, Mark Zuckerberg did an interview and said that Quest 3 is coming, and it'll be between $300 and $500. They haven't pinned down an exact price yet. Not coming this year probably means it'll come next year. And with all the leaks that have come out, it seems like we'll definitely be getting color pass-through cameras very similar to what the Quest Pro has. And that's why today we're going to talk about gaming on the Quest Pro with mixed reality. Mixed reality with the Quest Pro looks like it could be pretty darn awesome. You're seeing some stuff on screen here now of different experiences that use mixed reality with the Quest Pro. Now, there's been some cool mixed reality stuff with the Quest, but because of the lower resolution black and white pass-through cameras, it's never been really that usable. It worked, but that's about it. Well, now with the updates to the Quest Pro, we've got better pass-through cameras. And like I mentioned, probably going to be the same ones on Quest 3, which is why this video is so exciting. First off, let's talk about some of the games that are actually coming that are going to support mixed reality to the Quest Pro. Now, there aren't specific games per se. There are a couple of them. They're mostly mini games or small games, but there are a lot of games actually adding support for mixed reality to their games. First, let's talk about those straight-up games that are being launched just for mixed reality, and keep in mind that most of these are launching for Quest 2 as well. They'll just be black and white instead of being color pass-through. First off, Schell Games is releasing I Expect You to Die Home Sweet Home. It's a short mixed reality mini mission set in the I Expect You to Die universe. It is launching on launch day, October 25th for the Quest Pro. Speaking of the Quest Pro, if you do want to pre-order it, I'll put a link down in the description. It does help out the channel as it is an affiliate link, but it isn't going to cost you anything extra. Not that I expect a lot of people to actually buy the Quest Pro. I don't recommend buying it for gaming unless you're like a massive power user and you need the newest thing right now. I will be getting one though, so I will be covering it on the channel, at least what it offers and why you should or shouldn't be getting it for what reasons. But anyways, back to I Expect You to Die Home Sweet Home. This actually looks pretty awesome. The trailer itself only shows black and white gameplay, I assume for the Quest 2, probably because they didn't want to show what Quest Pro looked like. But there are actually some images on the coming soon page that show color pass-through, and you can see that right here. This is the Quest Pro playing this game. I think it could be very interesting to play an escape room in the real world using mixed reality and the Quest Pro. I'm excited to try it on the Quest 2 as well, but the Quest Pro with the color is just going to be so much better and the higher resolution. But this is the type of game that I would love to see more of. Things that interact with the real world, that make you feel like you're in a environment that is veiled inside of our world, if you will. Definitely very curious to see how this plays and where it leads. I'm not sure how long it'll be, and it will be free, so you won't have to worry about paying for it, so you can still try it on your Quest 2. Let's take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be right back. You know you've always wanted to be a spellcaster, so what are you waiting for? Wands Alliances is now out on Steam and supports crossplay between PC VR and Quest. Plus, they just launched the brand new Uprising update that brings with it a brand new mode, Team Deathmatch. Uprising also brings with it 3 brand new spells. This, along with other major changes that includes new challenges to unlock spells, new cosmetic rewards, makes Wands Alliances even better. Jump to the link in the description for the best sorcerer combat in virtual reality. Click on the link in the description to check it out. This is another game that is specific to mixed reality, and it is coming to Quest 2 and Quest Pro as well, although Quest Pro, obviously, color pass-through, is Spatial Ops. This is a full arena scale style type of game that actually has you moving around. It's kind of like paintball or airsoft. The trailer shows people running up and down hallways using cover that is built into the mixed reality aspect of the game and firing at people in an office building. This looks fantastic. I'm not sure how realistic it is going to be to actually get spaces to play a game like this in. It would be amazing if we could all have an office space as big as this one in the trailer. But even if it works where one person's in the living room and the other person is down the hall in another part of the house, it could still be a lot of fun. But anyways, this is another game that looks pretty pretty darn awesome. The thing that'll get better and better is as the cameras get better and the tracking continues to get better. Speaking of tracking, these controls will probably help a lot with stuff like this because they're tracked so much easier and so much better. Setting up environments like this could be a little bit time consuming, which is why other games are probably a little easier, like this next one, which I believe might actually be exclusive to Quest 2, and the only reason I say that is because it actually uses the face tracking, but I could be absolutely wrong, and you might be able to play it without the facial tracking. You can see here it's this kind of odd tech demo mixed reality type of thing where you play with another person. Now, I'm not going to have anyone near me that'll even come close to having one of these things, so I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to play this game. Some of the things I'm looking forward to the most, though, with mixed reality, and like I said, Quest 2 gets a lot of these, or most of these. You're just going to get a different pass-through. It won't be color and as high a quality. It's things like Demeo, which is adding a mixed reality mode. So you can then place your board in your house somewhere and actually play with other players in multiplayer in your real living room or in your real basement. Maybe you've got a D&D basement that looks even better than what they have in the game. You want to play there. Regardless, you'll be able to actually play it in those places and enjoy Demeo in your actual space, including physics on the dice that bounce off of the table onto the floor. Cool things like that that make it actually feel like there's really virtual elements in your actual space. Now, another game that's going to be awesome in full mixed reality color pass-through is Cubism. Cubism already has a really cool pass-through mode, but color is going to be even better because your whole environment's going to be in color, which is just going to make it feel even better. Like I said, Quest 2 has a lot of these. They have a lot of pass-through type of games, including things like Cubism, and it works really well and it's really cool. But having color pass-through is a game changer. Now, there's other things that are coming. Some of these are more productivity based, but this one's really cool, called World, I think. This is like Google Maps, if you will, but in your living room. So you can actually use your color pass-through to place maps, looks like, in your space, on your table, on your floor, and then you can scale it up and down with the people that you're with, pick a location to actually travel to, and it'll appear around you in lieu of your room. It looks really cool, and it's multiplayer, so you can bring other people with you. This other game, Arkeo, I think it's said, it allows you to use color pass-through Quest Pro mixed reality to do some really cool architecture type of stuff. It looks like you can build stuff in VR, but then also place elements and windows in your actual space from what I can see. I don't know if that's 100% accurate or not, but it looks as if you can actually mix your reality with the virtual and put windows in to different views. You can add furniture. This could be a really cool way to test architecture. You can test different colors of stuff on the wall, different designs, different furniture, move things around, put a window in and see if you like it, change your view to the beach instead of your backyard. I mean, it's some really cool stuff going on in this trailer, but my wife loves stuff like this. She's going to have a blast with this. She doesn't like virtual reality because she doesn't like to feel isolated, but because you can use the Quest Pro and see your peripheral, and you can use the color pass-through to do stuff like this, I think she's actually going to really enjoy using something like this. And there's a lot of potential for a business standpoint for that as well. Another game getting an update is actually PokerStars VR. This is getting an update, of course, for the face and eye tracking, which does have to be enabled to actually work. It's off by default. So if you want to play PokerStars VR, you can turn that on if you have a Quest Pro and actually give your tell away if you really want to. But another cool part about this is the mixed reality color pass-through is going to be used to actually play poker in your living room. So if you want to invite your friends over virtually and put a poker table in your living room, then you definitely can. One huge thing about doing this is going to be that you can actually eat something or drink something while you're playing. I don't know if eating is such a good idea. I take that back. That might be kind of annoying for those that are listening on the microphones, but you can definitely drink stuff. So you could have your coffee or your soda or whatever you want to drink sitting on the table, and you can actually see it and grab it while you are playing poker instead of having to fumble for it, knocking it over, and destroying your computer. Waltz of the Wizards is actually getting an update for the Mixed Reality 2. They've mentioned that they're getting some cool stuff for Quest Pro. In fact, it's actually a big update for Quest 2 and for Quest Pro, launching on October 25th. It actually adds more hand tracking stuff with more magical powers and a new ring, I believe, that gives you the ability to use your voice to do even more in the game. But beyond that, when it comes to the mixed reality, it actually is going to have a mixed reality sandbox. So you're going to be able to bring magic into the real world. One last one that I found really quickly, and by the way, if you're a developer and you want people to see a game you're working on that's going to have mixed reality, whether it's for Quest Pro or Quest 2, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to be able to talk about all of them, but there's just so many different things going on right now in the world of VR and all of this stuff that I don't get to see every single thing. So this next one is actually a web XR game that you can use with your Quest Pro. It looks like it brings like a portal into your world and allows you to interact with stuff. I'm not really 100% sure. The description says, a tear in the spatial fabric of the universe has opened, a portal. Harness the power of fusion energy and mixed reality to save a spacecraft in distress and restore order in the universe. Sounds pretty awesome, actually. It does sound very much like an actual game. Well, that is my pitch on mixed reality. Any of these games stand out to you as being amazing or being really cool? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I am personally excited, not so much for the Quest Pro, although that's pretty cool too. I'm excited for the future of what these headsets are going to bring when it comes to augmented and mixed reality. The Quest 3 is going to feature very similar cameras as the Quest Pro, I would imagine, or at least the ability will be very similar. Who knows, maybe we'll get a depth sensor by then. That'd be pretty awesome. But even if we don't, gaming in your real world is pretty awesome, and there's some really cool games on App Lab that actually do that already. I'm kind of curious to try with the Quest Pro, but personally, as someone that never really liked the idea of mixed reality, I always thought, well, virtual reality is where it's at, and I still believe that transporting yourself to another world is more immersive, I think, in some ways, and it's probably my favorite way to game still. I think the ability to bring the real world and the virtual together for games like Demeo or for Poker Stars, things like that, and other types of interactive applications, I think it's going to be really awesome, because sometimes VR can get a little lonely. Even if you're in multiplayer, sometimes multiplayer games are great and you've got voice chat and you've got interactions, but sometimes you want to invite people over to your living room. Now, the biggest thing is going to come when we have the ability to actually scan our rooms with 3D scanning technology and invite someone over to our living room and their avatar appears in our room. Well, we use pass-through and they use virtual reality to be in our actual space. That is going to be insane when we get to that point, but we're not quite there yet. But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to get the most out of your Quest, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications, and you can check out more of my videos right there on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy questing.